folks, it's Sam. So today I'm going to be doing I've just been talking so much for this tutorial that I've lost my voice a little bit. Today I'm going to be sharing my BOXYCHARM box, what came in my April BOXYCHARM. So altogether there was 5 items. I'm just going to go ahead and walk you through them real quick. Very first item is the Pure Festival eyeshadow palette. This retails for $36. So right here you've paid for your entire box. And it is a very festival, summery, kind of warm, fiery palette. It has a couple of glittery shades, and I'm gonna go ahead and like swatch more into the video. And then it has like palm trees and a little Ferris wheel, and then a mirror up here. The next thing is the Artist Couture Diamond Glow Powder in Summer Haze. This is a highlighter, like a loose highlighting powder. This retails for $27. Then we have the Starlooks Ultra Gem Long Wear Eye Pencil. This is $19. And this is in the color Cosmic, which I do swatch later on for you guys. We have the Luxie the Summer Days 3-piece brush set. This retails for $28. You get a contour brush, and like, look how cute these are. They're like an ombre kind of sunset look. Oh, I love them. You get a contour and then like a really nice little small kind of shader brush. This is called the small shader. And then you get the large shader. So you get like a nice big one as well. These are really beautiful. They go with your palette. And then the very last item you get is the Butter London Power Up Mascara. So I'm gonna be showing you guys how I created this look using everything that came in my BOXYCHARM. Obviously I use some other products as well to create the whole look, but it's a full face tutorial. So I'm sharing a few of the items that I've been loving lately as far as like my foundation, base, kind of bronze. And then of course I'm sharing the things that come in my BOXYCHARM and just putting them all to the test and giving you guys my thoughts as I use them. So I hope you guys enjoy. It's a little bit festival inspired. I was actually inspired by the colors of the palette. So I love it. I think it turned out really pretty. Subscribe if you haven't already. I've been seeing so many of you guys saying like, just found you recently, just subscribed. Thank you guys so much. I'm so excited that you guys are finding my channel and that you are sticking around and subscribing and commenting. It's always nice to see new faces. And of course, to all the people that have been with me for years, I love you guys and I love seeing your comments as well, because I'm like, oh, hey girl, like I know you, oh, we're friends. So I love seeing your guys' comments. So thank you very much, but a huge thank you to all of the people who have recently discovered and decided to give me a go, and hopefully you'll stick around and enjoy my content. You can also follow me on Instagram if you would like. It's just at Sam Sherman. I'll leave the link down below. And then of course, I'll leave the link down below to the BOXYCHARM box. If you guys haven't already signed up for BOXYCHARM, you need to do it quickly if you want to get this box, because they sell out super fast. So if for some reason it sells out, which most likely it will because they sell out really fast, and you don't get your hands on this one, be sure to sign up for the next month's box, which would be May, so that you can get in before that one sells out, because they've just been selling out so fast. Every single month it's like boom, such good products, such good brands that they're featuring. They've like, last month's was awesome. This month is great. I mean, I love that palette. The palette right here for me is worth the whole box. If you already get BOXYCHARM, now you know what to do with the stuff that comes in your April box. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let's go ahead and get started into the tutorial. Mwah. Bye. Okay, so I just have my moisturizer on. I don't think there's any face products in this box. No, there is not. So I'm just gonna go ahead and show you what I have been using lately. And I've been getting so many compliments on my skin since I started using this one. It's a little oily. I do have to blot throughout the day quite a lot, but it just looks so nice on the skin. It's so skin-like. It doesn't collect at all. Like, it's so beautiful. It's just, it is oily. This is the Tarte Found Sealer. It has SPF 20, which is really awesome as well. Now you'll see when I put it on that you'll be like, dang, that is dark. But it all blends out with my tan, because obviously my face is super white and my tan is not. So don't fret. And this is in the color 42N Tan Neutral. I'm just gonna go ahead and take my sponge. This is the Juno & Co. I love these. The only thing I've noticed about these guys is that you do kind of go through them a little quicker, which is fine really, because they're a lot cheaper than like the Beauty Blender. They crack really quickly. I don't know if it's the soap that I'm using. I'm using the Dr. Bronner's. I found that they lasted a little bit better when I actually used the Beauty Blender soap. I just thought I'd let you know that, but I do love it. I mean, it's just such a good sponge, and they're like so cheap on Amazon. You can get a pack of them for really not very much money at all. So you can see how well that color like blends out into the tan, which is why I love it, because it doesn't give you any ashy tone or anything like that. Like, it's just so natural looking. But then the finish, like I said, is just such a beautiful finish. It just goes into the skin. It almost has the finish of like, as if you were just wearing like a tinted sunscreen or like a tinted moisturizer, but then it gives you like a full coverage. So it's really quite an amazing product, and it has SPF 20, so I feel like it's such a good product to wear for the spring and summer. I've been wearing this a lot lately, and as long as I just keep blotters by, I mean, it's not like I have to blot every 2 seconds. I feel like if I was super oily like how I used to be, it probably would have been a nightmare, but right now I'm just like combination. So there's my base. I'm gonna go ahead and use my concealer. This is the Milk Makeup. Would you guys see the finish of this foundation, like how beautiful it looks on the skin? Certain foundations, when you get oily, they collect and they don't look good. And then it's like you can see that you have like foundation on as well as oil, and then it's just like heavy looking. Whereas this, even though I get oily, it just looks like my skin is oily versus my makeup is oily, if that makes sense. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and blend out my concealer. I'm gonna go ahead and take the primer. This came with the Pure palette that comes in the BOXYCHARM. This is called the Get a Grip Endurance Eyeshadow Primer. So I'm just gonna use a little bit of that. So it's just like a concealer color. So I'm just gonna pop a little bit of that on the eye. Now I'm gonna go ahead and set my face. This is the powder that I have been loving lately. I featured this in my Jaclyn Hill video where I like bought her favorites, and this was one of the ones that she had recommended in her favorites video, so then I bought it and I've been using it and I've been obsessed. So I don't take this over my whole face because it is a lavender, so it's quite light, so I just focus it right underneath my eyes, just in kind of like, you know, the concealer area where you kind of brighten up this whole V section. It smooths out your pores. It just makes you look super airbrushed and smooth under there. It's already got that lavender tint, so it brightens under the eye so well. So you can see how it's like really bright, and that looks crazy right now, but don't worry, it won't look crazy after. I've also been using the butter. This one is called Lavender, and then this one is called Butter. This is just a little free sample that I got. Basically, both of these powders are just unbelievable. The butter is nice because it has more of like a yellowy tint, so it's great to put on the rest of my face, but I love both of the powders. I was using the Hourglass, which I really liked until I got this sample, and then I was like, oh my god, this is so much better. Like, the Hourglass is great, but the Fenty, it just like melts into the skin. It just smooths you out so well. I probably don't even have any more of this powder left. Gosh darn it. I basically just put this around this area where I have like a lot of texture and fine lines and wrinkles. It just kind of helps to smooth everything out and like make it look airbrushed. And then also just like fill in my smile lines. Okay, then this is where I take my Giorgio Armani, and then this is like my overall setting powders. So those powders are basically to brighten under my eye and then to kind of smooth out my pores and wrinkles. And then this one kind of just gives you an overall set. It adds just a scotch of coverage, and it also just keeps the makeup in place all day long. Okay, so next I apply my bronzer. Now this is what I've been using lately. This is the Too Faced Natural Lust Bronzer. It's a satin dual tone bronzer, and the packaging is beautiful. As you can see, it's got this gorgeous peacock. And then inside it has a little peacock as well. So this is a little bit more of a shimmery kind of color, and then you have like your regular typical bronze color. Usually what I'll do is focus mainly on this area for like my cheeks and everything, and then the places that I want to have a little bit more glow, then I'll just kind of dip into that little shimmery peacock a little bit more. And I'm using a Moda brush. I really like this one lately. I don't know what kind it is, but it looks like this. And it's just like a really nice big brush, and I just kind of like stamp it. And then I just go around my forehead as well. This is when I pick up just a little bit more of that kind of shimmery color, because I don't mind if like the sides of my head kind of glow a little bit, like right in this area. And then for my nose, I kind of just like stamp the sides, just like really, really close to the top of the nose. And then I just kind of like do a little angle on each bottom part here. I get this little brush from Sigma. This is the 4D HT Precision. It's kind of like a pyramid. And then I just dip into the dark brown part and I just create a little line. Right there, and then I kind of just do this. And that just gives it like a little kind of lift, a little button nose. With the whole entire, this is when I really get the whole thing, and I just get all that shimmer on there. And I just, in circular motions, buff that all over my décolleté, and I feel like that just makes you look so bronzed and so beautiful. Like, obviously I have self-tan on already, but these two together, when you mix them up a lot, it just gives you the prettiest glow. And then it's really nice because like once it's on there, because it's a powder, it just sets, and then you don't have to worry about like, you know, trying to bronze up your skin with lotions or anything that's wet that could transfer onto your clothes. And like, this is the problem, is that whenever I self-tan, my chest never actually gets as dark as the rest of me. So then I'm left with like a kind of whitish chest, which is like so weird. But do you see how pretty that looks? And then you put a little bit on your shoulders. And you just have like the most gorgeous all one color even tan, and it is so pretty with this product. Okay, so this is where I spray my face. I let everything melt in before I put my blush, because then once I put the blush on, it just like beams and it's so pretty. So this is the Farsali Rose Gold Skin Mist. This was another one of, you can see how much I've used. This was another one of Jaclyn Hill's favorites, and she was right, it's amazing. So then I get my little fan. And you can probably see how that just like melts the stuff into where your skin just looks so beautiful. I'm gonna go in with my blush. I've been obsessed with this blush lately. It is the Lottie London Blush Crush in Drake. Looks like this. These are, oh, they're so beautiful. They have this like shimmer to them, and they just like make your skin look so beautiful and like such a pretty glow. Like you can see as I put it on, it's got like a highlight built into the blush, but it's so beautiful. It doesn't like enhance any of your texture or anything like that. It's just like such a subtle little sheen, like a glow from within. Okay, this is where I bake. I'm gonna bake with this. This is the Lancome Long Time No Shine in Translucent. Technically, I prefer to bake with that Fenty Beauty, but I'm all out, so. Now we're gonna move on to highlights. So we do have a highlight in the box, which I'm super excited about. This is the Artist Couture Diamond Glow Powder. This comes in the BOXYCHARM, and the color that I have is Summer Haze. So it does come with like a little sifter top so that you're not just like spilling everywhere. And we've already put our mist down, so the skin is already prepped for highlight. I always like to spray before I do my highlight. I'm just gonna buff this into the skin. This one is the Morphe E27. I really like to use circular motions, especially when you're using loose powders, because then it really gets it in there. And I'm just gonna put a little bit right at the tip here, right at the peak of my brow, and then a little bit here, and then just kind of down the center here, and then on the tip, and we'll let that sit, and then we'll kind of brush it off, kind of calm it down when we're all done. So that is beautiful. Look at that glow. Super intense. It's kind of like a really nice vanilla color. I mean, it's just beautiful. Oh my gosh, I have like marks on my face where my sheets were. Oh, I didn't realize there's a brush kit in here. Gosh darn it. I could have been using this all the time. So this is the Luxie Summer Days brush set. Oh, cute. Look, it's got like a little Ferris wheel and like palm trees, so festival. So you get like this brush right here, which is the small contouring, which I think, well, it might be a bit stiff for highlight actually. Might be a bit stiff. We could have used this for contour, sorry. And then we have the Luxie Large Shader. These ones are great for just getting your brow bone color down. And then we have the Luxie 245 Small Shader. So this is great if you're really wanting to pack on a glitter or like a really like metallic eyeshadow. The next thing we have that comes in the box is the Pure Festival palette. So I've already played with this, it is beautiful. I absolutely love the glittery shades. So we have these glitter shades over here. You have a ton of metallic ones on the top. You've got these two that are just like, or those three that are just like a nice matte. And then this purple one is also, yep, that one's shimmery. And then the pink, I think is a matte. So you can see like those ones are just like so metallic. You've got like a bronze, a copper, a gold, and then kind of like a nice champagne color. The glitters are kind of like a tacky formula. Look at those, aren't they pretty? So you've got your crease color, that purple, the pink, the gold. It's like, it feels like kind of wet, kind of tacky on your skin. We have another pink glitter right here, which I think I might use today. A dark brown, a kind of like brick red, and then a kind of coral, shimmery coral color, and then the glitter. So the palette is beautiful. It smells kind of interesting. I can't figure out what it smells like. Fruity chocolate or something. I don't know, it kind of smells like a chocolate covered strawberry. We also have a Starlooks Cosmic Ultra Gem Longwear eye pencil in here as well. So I think the first thing that I need to do is my eyebrows. So I'm gonna do those and then I'll be right back. I'm just gonna share with you what I've been doing. But basically it is the Benefit Foolproof Brow Powder. I use my little brush, where is it? My little IT Cosmetics brow brush. It's the Brow Power. And then I put little strokes in with the Brow Blade from Urban Decay in taupe. And then with Kokie Cosmetics Brow Gel, I just put a little bit of that to kind of like brush it all in. So I'm gonna do that. Okay, so my brows are done. I'm gonna go ahead and take the little, what is this one? The 209 Large Shader. And this is really pretty because it kind of looks like a sunset. It's like ombre. I'm gonna take the highlighter again. And I'm just gonna very minimally just put a little bit of glow. I don't want anything too major, but just a little bit just on the brow bone, just to kind of bring that glow into the cheek. I'm gonna take that flat shader brush again with that kind of camel color right here, the Epic, and I'm just gonna kind of put our base down here. I feel like this eye primer is like really tacky. I'm just gonna get my fluffy brush just to kind of add a little bit more. That one just doesn't do the trick for the crease. I tried, I gave it a go. It's way better for putting a little bit of product down. It's so dark outside, I feel like there's a grayish kind of blue cast in my video, so hopefully these colors are gonna come out okay because the sky is like gray. So now I think what I'm gonna do is take a little bit of this eyeliner that comes in the, oh, this is silver. Oh no, it's not, it's like purple. I thought that was gonna be black, but it's actually like a silvery kind of like purple color. So we'll save that for later. So I think now what I'm gonna do is dip into this Hidden Desert, which is like this really pretty burgundy color right here. And I'm just gonna start placing this down onto my lid. I'm gonna go back in to that Epic, and I'm just gonna kind of blend out the edges so that we just have like a nice base of that kind of warm brick color. Then we're gonna go back in with that dark, but I always like to build it up from the lightest color to the darkest when you're doing like a smoky or a colorful eye, just so that it's a little bit easier of a transition. And I kind of like to build the shape first. This one is a M433 from Morphe. Put the color down, and then you can always go back in and blend out the edges with like a softer brush, but it's just getting the shape down first that you want the eye to be. And I'm just gonna go into that darker color. This is called All Night. And these are really pigmented, you guys. These are really quite beautiful. I'm really impressed with this palette. Like I said, I have used it a couple times already, but I haven't used these darker colors. So it's nice to see that these are also really great, because I've used the glitters already, and the glitters are totes amaze. Again, I'm gonna switch out to my fluffy brush. And I basically just followed the exact kind of shape that I did with the burgundy color. And I just kind of married the two into each other. So I've got the base down that I want, so now we're gonna go ahead and work on the bottom. This is a little Luxie 710 brush. I love this brush. So we're basically just gonna go back into the 3 shades that we've already been working with. So we're gonna start with the lighter one, and we're gonna bring that all the way across. And then we're just gonna keep on going from lightest to dark. So now I'm getting that burgundy color. And I'm just gonna get a tiny little bit of the dark brown. I'm not gonna go too crazy with this one. I'm keeping this really close. So now comes the fun part. We're doing the glitter, and I'm gonna do the pink one, I think. Just because I haven't actually like worn this one today. I've worn the gold, but I really wanna see what this pink looks like over the brown and that burgundy shade. Oh my gosh, you guys, look how pretty that is. And I'm not taking it all over the lid. I kind of want to focus it like right in the center, but then just kind of like soften it out on the edges so that that center is really going to catch the light, but then just kind of feathering it out. So now I'm going to take that little liner from Starlooks that came in the box, and I'm just going to add a little bit of a sparkly glow right here. It's pretty subtle, but it's going to add like a nice little base for when we put our highlight color on there. So I'm going to take the brightener from the Cover FX palette. This is the Perfector face palette, and I'm just going to pop, oh, I forgot to spray my thing. This is when you should always spray your brush. And then I'm going to pop that right into my inner corner. And then take it over where I put that liner, and can you see how it's kind of just like popping it a little extra where I put the liner down? And this kind of just elongates the eye. It also covers up if you've like gone a little crazy in the inner corner with your smokiness and you're like, dang, that's looking a bit weird, then it's okay because you can just kind of cover it up with the highlight. Okay, I am going to take a black liner. This is the Marc Jacobs one, and I'm just going to pop that right into my waterline, just to kind of like really darken it up. And then with this little brush that came, I'm just gonna go ahead and like just feather out the glitters just to make sure that everything is like blended out really nicely. So then the last thing is this Butter London Power Up Mascara. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put my primer on, and then we'll put the mascara on. I'm gonna curl my lashes, but I need my mirror closed because I cannot see that far. The glitter is it's like so sticky that it comes off on your lash curler. So I'm just adding a little bit more of that glitter where it just took it off at the base. So I'm just applying my L'Oreal Lash Paradise primer first. This is just my favorite primer. And then we're gonna use the Power Up. So this comes in the BOXYCHARM box. It is a stabby wand, which you guys know. Oh, it is curved though, so that's good. A good curved stabby wand is okay, because then it kind of curves with your lashes. It's just sometimes stabby ones can be a little bit stabby and they kind of hurt when you put them on. This isn't really doing a whole lot for my lashes. It's a little heavier than I am used to, so it's kind of weighing them down a little bit. So I'm gonna say my lashes are not my favorite at this point. They're a little clumpy looking, but it ended up working out okay. It's not terrible. I've seen worse. I always like to go back in after I do that and just kind of marry the highlighter and the blush together. And then there was no lip products that came in this box, So I'm just gonna go ahead and use my favorite combination at the moment. So I take a little bit of the Victoria's Secret lip balm. You'll have to pay a lot of money for it. My friend tried to order it on eBay and it was like $35 for a lip balm, but it's honestly the best and it will last you so long. So then I have been using the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat Reshape and Resize Lip Liner in Super Size Me. I just fill in my whole lip with that, and then I go in with my Maxine lip gloss by IGXO. This is the one that I created. This is all I wear. I literally am obsessed with this. I just usually switch up the lip line underneath, but I just haven't been able to find a lip gloss that I like better. So I keep on using this one. I don't think there's very many left, so if you guys want to stock up, if you already got it and you love it, or if you haven't tried it and you want to try it, you need to stock up and get it, or get it for your first time, because it's not going to be there for very much longer, which will be really sad. I don't know if they'll ever bring it back. I mean, hopefully they will, but it's amazing. Occasionally, if I want it to be extra glossy, I'll add a little bit of the 207 Sky Pink from Revlon over the top, just in the center. And then it kind of like adds a little bit extra gloss. That's usually what I do for my lips. Lately, I just absolutely love my gloss, obviously. And it smells like vanilla mint, which is really delicious. But there is the finished look. Let me just get rid of this mirror so you guys don't have to stare at it. I actually really love how this look turned out. I love the eyes. And I was kind of inspired by the actual colors of the palette. All of the colors blended out super well. All of the shimmery ones were really super pigmented. It's a great palette, and like you get a lot of colors in there that you can create a lot of fun different looks with. It's very summery because it has all those warm kind of fiery colors. And I love the fact that like the brushes match with the palette. That's so cute. And then of course, to finish off the look, I'm just gonna go ahead. I ate that went in my mouth. One more time. And then fan off of that, and then I feel like that just like blends everything in. It just sets it all. It gives you a really beautiful glow to the skin, and you are ready for your festival. I hope you guys like this look. It's very fun. I always like when I do my makeup like this because I never do my makeup like this. So then I feel like extra snazzy and glam, and then Jay is always like, oh, you're so hot, because this is how I used to wear my makeup when I was younger. But now I don't anymore. I keep it nice and like natural for the most part. Natural. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I will leave the link to BOXYCHARM down below so that you guys can go and check it out if you haven't already signed up. It sells out pretty quickly, so if you do want to get it, be fast about it, because they've been selling out every month really quickly. I'm losing my voice. I've obviously been talking way too much, so I'm gonna go now. Thank you guys. I love you. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.